Hello YouTube! My name is Scott and I just got around to watching Cobra Kai. Now, Season 3, Episode 2 is titled Nature vs. Nurture, and that's clearly the overarching theme of the episode. It's split into two main components. I'm going to start with the one that basically continues where the last episode left off. So Daniel and Johnny are out looking for Robbie, right? I mean, obviously. Now, the first place they go is actually to the rehab where Robbie's mom, Shannon, was. Obviously she hasn't seen him because she's been in rehab. And you can tell it kind of irks Johnny at first because she clearly has a better relationship with Daniel than she does with him. But it seems kind of bound to happen. It seems like that happens with a lot of people. But anyway, she points them in the direction of Robbie's friends that he used to go, running scams with. Thing is, they're both in jail. So Daniel and Johnny got to go play good cop, bad cop with them. And, even they have a better relationship with Daniel than they do with Johnny. Because they don't respond very much to Johnny's threats. They respect Daniel because he kicked the crap out of them. And that's when Johnny goes, full-on bad cop. There is kind of a good cop, bad cop element there. And, starts hitting one of them until, he gives up some information. It looks like they're going to get back to the tech place that Robbie was working at in the beginning when we saw him steal that dude's laptop. And they almost do, but then the minivan that Robbie stole pulls into this gas station that they stop at. Only he doesn't get out of the car, it's just some dude. And, they recognize the car and they want him to stop, and he takes off. So here comes something I never thought I'd see in Cobra Kai, a car chase, to the tune of Kickstart My Heart, because this show is totally 80s at its core, of course. Now, the car chase winds up leading to a chop shop. And, Daniel and Johnny, they wind up facing off against a bunch of bad guys. And, obviously these guys don't know that they know karate, but they take them out pretty quick. But then Johnny starts pressing the dude who, took the van for more information that he doesn't have. And again, we get another little mini fight between Daniel and Johnny, and it seems like that's going to be a running thing. So they split up from there because Johnny decides there's somewhere he needs to go, and that is actually what I'm going to get into here. Miguel's awake. He's still in the hospital, but he finds out that he may not walk again. Now, the thing is, this was kind of ruined for me because of the whole thing where Netflix shows, clips from the show. I've seen what looks like a future episode where Miguel is not only, standing and walking, but clearly able to do karate still. So, thanks, Netflix. Anyway, Johnny has to sneak back into the hospital to see him. Pardon me. And I think that's part of where the title comes in. Because you're talking nature versus nurture. Miguel's nature was he's like a really good kid. And, he blamed Johnny because he did everything that Johnny taught him. Everything that Johnny told him, even. Johnny nurtured him into, what looked like it was going to be, just a badass Cobra Kai like he used to be. But instead sent him more on the path towards being a badass Cobra Kai who knew how to show mercy. Except when he did, he wound up potentially paralyzed. So now there's a rift between those two. From the chop shop, Daniel actually went back to the rehab because I guess Robbie showed up there. And at first, his mom kept him talking. Then Daniel showed up and kept him talking. And then the police showed up and Robbie realized that they were just keeping him talking. But here's the thing. As that was going on, Daniel said, that he needed to apologize to Robbie. And here it is again, we think it's in Robbie's nature to be more like his dad. But as Daniel was nurturing him, he became obviously a better person, skilled at karate. Yeah, he lost it a little bit, but he was fighting against the guy that kissed his girlfriend. So there's... With the context, there's a little leeway there, But yeah, he doesn't care. because he doesn't want to see Daniel now either. So interestingly, they've both failed the kids that consider them father figures. It's kind of interesting how, you know, the movie painted them as so different, and yet in the end they really are kind of the same. But that's only half the episode, and the other half, oh my gosh. It focuses almost entirely on Kreese. Now, we get some backstory with him, like, you know, he was, I don't know, soda jerk, busboy, whatever you want to call it, at some diner in the 60s, right? And he kicked the crap out of a couple of guys, one of whom was just a total dick, and took his girlfriend, and then apparently, you know, she was his girlfriend up until he left for basic training and then Vietnam. I'm sure this is supposed to mean something, but it looks like Vietnam, well, it changed him, because dude is a total psychopath. You know, he's lecturing the Cobra Kai students that are left, basically filling their head with a bunch of crap about not showing mercy or weakness. Out of nowhere, he produces a hamster. I think it's a hamster, maybe a guinea pig. I don't know the difference. Bert names it Clarence, and then he tries to get Bert to feed Clarence to a snake. And when Bert won't do it, and there are others in the dojo who agree with him, he throws them all out. Because there's no room for weakness in Cobra Kai. He tries to get, you know, Tori back at Cobra Kai, and we see her home life, and I suppose we shouldn't be surprised. It's kind of cliche. That's like much harder than one would think. She's just trying to do the right thing and not go to juvie, especially after violating the probation she's on after that little fight with Sam. But, you know, she's got a sick mom and a little brother to take care of, and a landlord at their apartment complex who's a total perv, who very, very subtly suggests that if she sleeps with him, you know, he'll give her a break on their rent. And I suppose in a way it's a good thing that Kreese showed up then and persuaded him to go easy on her. I don't care. Dude is a total psychopath. Yeah, she came back to Cobra Kai, but right at the end, like, he was literally saying, you know, there's no good or bad in the world. There's strength and weakness. That's like just a step down from Voldemort saying there's no good or evil. There's only power. I'm pretty sure they're setting up Kreese to be irredeemable, and he is well on the way. So, yeah, all around a pretty interesting episode. What do you guys think? Leave a comment down below, you know, like the video, share it around, subscribe if you're so inclined, hit the bell button for notifications for when I put another one up. And until next time, I have been Scott, and this has been Just Got Around to Watching, an offshoot of opinions no one cares about. Everyone has opinions. This one was mine.